And where's my brush? Where is my brush? Where is my brush? Where is she? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Montana. In today's video, I sat down with a very new item that I'm really excited to share with you guys. This is the new Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. Let's open her up. So when you open up the palette, you get these gorgeous shades. These are so fun, so bright and vibrant. We created this super gorgeous, tropical inspired, sort of just like beachy, smoothie, fun in the sun look. I didn't necessarily go for like a sunset eye, but it kind of turned out that way. I know a lot of people were debating whether or not they needed this palette, like if this was a palette that they absolutely needed in their kit. Like, am I going to use this? Is this going to be something that I'm going to go to all the time because the shades are so bold? Not everybody is going to necessarily gravitate towards these shades. I had made so many wonderful memories with the Volume 1 palette, which would be the original palette by Jaclyn Hill. And I've used that eyeshadow palette, I kid you not, probably close to every single time that I've done a makeup look. I always use that palette. It was so reliable for me and so consistent that I just said, you know what? I loved the first launch. I was obsessed with the first launch, like tears of joy, so obsessed. So that is what made me want to buy Volume 2, was because I just wanted to support the fact that Volume 1 was so good. Let's give Volume 2 a shot too. I really hope that you guys like today's look, and if you want to see how it was done, then just stay tuned. We're going to be jumping straight into the eye portion for today's video. I'm just skipping through the skin portion is because I am so excited to use this new palette. I don't even really want to talk about foundation and powders and all that good stuff. But I will list everything down below in the description box if you are curious as to what was used for the base. The first thing that I want to do is prep the under eye with a little bit of powder just to avoid any fallout if there is any. Like I said, it's my first time using this product, so I'm just taking the extra precaution just in case. The powder that I'm using today is by Too Faced. This is their Ethereal Loose Setting Powder, so I'm just gonna give a little layer right under the eye as protection. Nice little juicy layer. Now the first color that I want to go in with for today's eye look is going to be a transition shade. So I was giving the palette a little bit of a look, and I think I want to start with this color here. She's called Grateful. And I'm just going to start on the outer corner. Oh, this is already beautiful. It's so pigmented. From the outer corner all the way to the inner corner. Same thing on the other side, from outer corner to inner corner, just give it a nice blend. The next shade that I want to go in with for this look is this one here. This color is called My Man. Now, as you can see, this shade is super bright and super vibrant, so I'm very excited to see the color payoff for this one. Again, I'm going to target this shade in the outer corner and bring it in slowly. Oh my gosh, look at that color. Wow. These colors go very, very well together. They blend together nicely, and the color story of this entire palette, in my opinion, is so, so beautiful. Next, I want to pick up a jumbo fluffy blending brush, something like this, and I'm going to dip back into the palette, and I want to choose this shade here called Perfectionist. I'm just kind of diffusing these orangier shades with that neutral shade and just blending it out, kind of making it look a little bit more smooth. So now that we have things blended out a little bit more, we're looking good. Starting to come together. Next, I'm picking up some concealer as well as a concealing brush. This concealer here is by ColourPop. This is their new Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. I noticed I did purchase this concealer in the wrong shade. It is a little bit too light for me as I am self-tanned right now. So although I can't use it on the actual skin portion, like the face area, because it's too light on me, I can use this as a concealer to cut out my crease so we can do a nice cut crease. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and we will begin cutting our cut creases. My finger for this portion. Sorry, some of my fingers are stained with colors because I got a little ahead of myself and started dipping into a bunch of them because I was so excited. But anywho, we're gonna dip into this shade here, and I'm just gonna take that color on the back of my finger and just begin pressing it directly onto the lid. Now you just see me going back in with that first brush that we used for our transition shade, and I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a blend back and forth. These colors are so bold and so vibrant. I'm really getting excited for summer just sitting here and playing with these. I want to pick up this shade right here called No Joke. And I'm just picking up some of that yellow on that brush. It's so bright, even on the bristles. I'm just like obsessed with these bright colors, so gorgeous. I'm gonna begin running this on my very lower lash line. Picking up a little bit of a different brush actually. This is the Sigma E45. My JH33 brush was a little bit dirty because I had used some brown colors on it last week. So switching over to this brush, continuing to lay down that gorgeous yellow shade called No Joke. Now that we have that gorgeous yellow laid down, we're gonna dip back into the palette again. I wanna pick up this shade here called Feelin' Myself. And we're just gonna sweep that again on the lower lash line, but instead of bringing it all the way in like we did with the yellow shade, No Joke, we're just gonna bring this one about halfway to almost 3/4 of the way, but not quite all the way in. And with this brush here, this is the JH43 brush. I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to pick up this shade here called My Man. And I'm going to keep this really close to the lower lash line, predominantly on the outer corner, and then just about stopping halfway. And then just give it a swift blend all over, just to diffuse all the colors together. Something like these. This is beautiful. Next I'm picking up another Sigma brush. This is the E45, but this one is a clean, fresh brush, so it's not the one that we went in with the yellow. I'm going to dip back into the palette, and I want to choose this shade here called I'm In It. And I think I want to place this shade on the very inner corner. So we're going to give that a little swirl. This was the shade that she used in her photo shoot for the, oh, girl. This is the shade that she used in her campaign shoot for the actual palette that I'm using right now. And this is like, gorgeous. Just look how that beams and how it enhances the inner corner. This side doesn't have anything and this side has that shade. Oh wow. I'm gonna do the same thing. I think she chose a perfect name for this specific color. I'm in it because girl, I am in it. I feel like the more you blend this, the pinkier it gets. It's like the friction of the brush up against the skin is making it become even more electric. This is so flawless. I almost want to do a look and put this on the whole lid and see what happens. Oh, it's just beautiful. Wow. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and dip back into the palette again, and I want to do a shade to highlight the arch of the eyebrow bone. So we're going to choose this shade here. It's called Certified, a beautiful, beautiful bone white. I shouldn't even say bone white because it's more of like a creamy, milky bone shade, but it's perfect for where we want to place it up here. Girl, every time I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, who is that tropical fruit smoothie girl. Next, I'm going in with a little bit of eyeliner. This one here is by NYX Cosmetics. Slide on, glide on, stay on, and definitely a turn on. Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. They say this eyeliner is so good, the name had to be this long. Well, let's see. I'm just taking this in the upper and lower waterline. Now for liquid eyeliner, I'm going in with this one here by Benefit Cosmetics. This is their roller liner eyeliner in the shade black. They also have a brown version, which I am dying to try, but I have not yet got my hands on it, so let's go in with this one. We're just really quickly gonna draw on some wings. Picking up some mascara now, I'm going in with this one here by NARS. This is their Climax Mascara. It's a black one. We're gonna go in with some eyelashes. These lashes I'm so stoked to use because I've seen them circulating all over the internet. They're a very popular brand, also a very popular style. And I was at Ulta the other day and I just caved. I'm just gonna be honest. I came by the lash stand and I saw them and I debated within myself and pondered within myself, why do I need these lashes? Well, we needed them, so here they are. These are the Lily lashes in the style Miami Flare. Oh my. Oh my. Can we just check those bad boys out? Oh my goodness. They are dramatic and fabulous and gorgeous and so glam. Just got the lash here on some tweezers and we're just gonna apply them right to the eye. Look how glam that is. Ooh, they're so big and wispy. I love. I feel like I have big butterflies on my lashes. They're so glam, you guys. Oh my goodness. They were worth the 30 bucks. Remember how earlier I was telling you I was contemplating even purchasing these? That's pretty much why I was contemplating purchasing them, because they're $30 lashes. When I'm used to purchasing 3 lashes for less than $15. Sometimes these even go on sale for like $11.50, something like that. So a $30 lash was pretty bougie of me, but you gotta live sometimes. You just gotta have fun and treat yourself sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. And I think that I'm really happy with my purchase. Moving into lipstick now, I have here a gorgeous lip liner from KKW Beauty. This is my first time using it, so again, I'm very excited. This one is in the shade Nude 0. She looks like this. Wow, this is even more nude than my natural lip shade. This is very, very nude. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker. It's kind of nice though. I kind of like it. When I first bought this, I thought that this was going to be like a nice toasty, like chestnut sort of nude, so that it would give me like a nice darker nude to lighter nude, like an ombre. But this is lighter, so it's giving me like reverse vibes, because the center of my lips are darker and the outer perimeter of them are lighter. So this is interesting. We're not going to do an actual lipstick today. We're going to go in with just a gloss. This one here is by Morphe. This is one of their lip glosses, and this is in the shade Frosé or Frosé? Froze? I don't know. As you can see, my little paper has ripped off, but I don't know if you can read it, but that's the name of the lip gloss. So yes, moving in with that Morphe lip gloss. I did try this on the other day and I love it. It's so good. I like to do a couple coats. I think the reason I love this lip gloss so much is because it's not sticky, but it still gives you that really pretty shiny pout effect, like right in the center where the light catches it. It's really smooth. It doesn't have any like scent to it really. It's just kind of plain. It does have very, very fine shimmer effects inside the gloss, but it's not sparkly. I know some lip glosses, when you like swatch them on the back of your hand, especially gold glosses that have the flaky, sparkly glitter thing going on, I'm not a huge fan of that because the glitters are just so chunky. But something like this where it's really fine and it's subtle but still sparkly, wouldn't even say sparkly, I would say shimmery. It's more of a shimmer than a sparkle. This is gorgeous. I love it. Shout out to you, Morphe. Mwah. Now, if you're like me and you're dying to get to the highlight portion of today's video, let's get into it. Here I have one by Becca Cosmetics. This is their Opal Highlight. She looks like this. Absolutely stunning. And where's my brush? Where is my brush? Where is my brush? Where is she? Picking up my JH32 brush, I'm going to swirl that into the highlighter, and I'm going to begin applying this on the high points of the cheekbone. That's so good. Just so glam. I'm going to take a little on the Cupid's bow, little in between the brows, just to bring that area forward a bit. And then whatever's left on the bristles, I'll just run that across the tip of the nose. I'm going to take just a dash on the chin and a splash above the brow. A dash and a splash. Now the reason I apply highlighter right above the eyebrows is I noticed that it gives me a really nice balance of brightening effect between the cheekbone and the upper portion of the face. I am not a huge fan of the look where you're like beaming from the cheekbones but then the rest of the face is matte. So just to have some balance going on, and can we just admire that glow for a minute. Alrighty guys, that's all for today's look. I had so much fun sitting down and creating this super summery, fruity smoothie look. I don't really know what to call this. All I know is that it's really fun, it's really vibrant, and it's going to be perfect for summertime. If you guys were thinking about purchasing the Volume 2 palette, I would highly suggest to do so. If you were on the edge like me and you had Volume 1 and you were kind of considering whether or not you needed it, well, of course we don't need it, but do we want it is the question. And yes, I definitely did, and I'm glad that I made this purchase. I love these shades. It's sort of out of the box for me and very different, so I'm very happy to keep playing with this palette. And I think you guys are going to have a blast spending some time creating your own looks using this palette too. So thank you guys for spending some time with me today. I hope you enjoy today's look, and I hope you enjoy the palette when you guys get your hands on it. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.